Many years ago, when I was a metal fabricator for a commercial roofing company, I learned the hard way that leaving strippable plastic film on sheet metal for too long was a sure way to cause it to become nearly impossible to remove. So I knew when I saw the plastic that had been left on the M2 that I was going to have my work cut out for me removing it. Fortunately, most of it did come off reasonably easily. However, there's a lot of it left that I still have to remove, and it's going to be a real pain to get off, especially this white plastic you see here on the center section of the aircraft's wing. Now, I have removed all of the plastic off of the flap, but that took hours and hours of pressure washing to get it off. It was dry rotted and really adhered hard to the metal. I had to work day and night to get this stuff off of the flap, and I still haven't gotten all of it off of the center section. It's going to be a while getting this stuff off, and that's one of the reasons it's been so long since my last video. This is very time-consuming work, and it's something that I initially wasn't even going to film because it's fairly boring. But I did figure that I would let you guys know what was going on and why you haven't seen videos as of late. This is taking quite a bit of time to mitigate. If you take nothing else away from this video, take this away. If you're building an airplane, get that strippable plastic off just as soon as you can. There was one other update that I wanted to give about the aircraft's propeller. The last video that I put out, I discussed some of the things I was considering in regards to what propeller to put on the airplane. I decided to go ahead and mount the wood propeller that I already have in order to get some measurements and see just how much room I had to work with as far as ground clearance. Here you can see that I've got the airplane roughly level to the ground as if the aircraft were doing a wheels landing, and I have the prop aimed straight down so that I can get a measurement off of the tip of this 67-inch prop to the ground, see what kind of ground clearance I've got to work with, and see how that would compare to a 72-inch propeller, which would be the least expensive upgrade from Mustang Aeronautics. With the Felix prop, that gives me roughly 11 inches of ground clearance in a wheels landing configuration. With the 72-inch prop, I would be looking at a loss of about 2.5 inches over this prop when it comes to ground clearance in a wheels landing configuration. Quite honestly, if I was sticking purely to paved runways, that would not be a big deal at all. However, I do plan on landing at some unimproved strips, and I'm just concerned about, bouncing and having a little bit of perhaps even negative pitch in some cases while landing on rough terrain. And again, I'm not going to be doing any kind of bush flying or landing off-field, but I may occasionally land at grass runways, which may not be the smoothest, so I'm just a little bit concerned about ground clearance. If I chose to only land in those circumstances in three-point configuration, 72-inch prop probably isn't going to be that big of a deal. It's just that maybe 5% of the time that I'm going to be a little bit worried. So I'm still trying to decide what I want to do as far as props, but a 72-inch two-blade ground adjustable is not out of the question.